Welcome back, Leatherhead Nation! It's the only podcast, Getting Salty Experience, that brings the Firehouse Kitchen Table to you guys. Yes, we missed you. We did miss you. As always, joined by my best buddy, lifelong chum, Lieutenant Ruffy Rufrano.
What up?
We got Petey Pete's on the wheels of steel over there, producer Pete.
Shalom.
Come on, man.
We got a special gift. We got a special show for you because I know you cheap asses love free. We got a free giveaway tonight. We have a lot of firsts going on here. We have our first female on the show, firefighter Pete. So I'm just going to throw this out. The first one of you assholes to get out of line is getting tossed out of the room, right, Petey?
That's right. I got my finger on the button, ready to go.
He's got his finger hot on the button. So, Pete, what are we brought to us by tonight? Give it to us.
Well, you guys, as always, ladies and gents, you guys know that we're brought to you by GettingSaltyApparel.com, where you find cool shirts like the one I'm wearing here, all kinds of firefighter apparel like Louis Rufrano, the famous golfer's hat. And, of course, we've got your shot glasses, your masks, your blankies, all the wonderful things that you know Getting Salty Apparel brings you. So if you want to support us and support the show, get on over to GettingSaltyApparel.com.
So we got a special show for you tonight. As I mentioned, we have our first female firefighter. I'm going to say fourth generation firefighter, Amanda Keesey. Welcome to the show, Amanda.
Thank you. Thanks.
Fourth generation. She also works for the fire store, who's being gracious enough to give us the helmets and it's a leather car, Cairns. How do we say it, Amanda?
Cairns.
Right.
A
leather Cairns like this one over my shoulder.
New Yorker. Right? A New Yorker.
It's a New Yorker.
Thank
New Yorker. You're from Pennsylvania, so you have to say New Yorker, right?
New Yorker.
We say it automatically. So give us a little quick history on your fire service, love.
Yeah. So I have been in the fire service for a little bit over 15 years. Feels like my whole life because it's kind of been. So I'm fourth generation. My father's a firefighter. My brother's a firefighter. My husband's a firefighter. Same with his whole family. My mom. And then on top of that, my great uncle, my grandfather, my great grandfather. It keeps going back with 4 generations that we do.
That's pretty cool.
The dog, the cat.
There she is.
Yeah. Well, the dog is named Deputy, so yeah, the dog is too. But yeah. So yeah, that's me. Right there in a burn building with one of my friends that I don't know, that's like 3-4 years ago.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, pro board certified volley. Not career, never been.
Right.
I have my EMT. I actually went to college for police work.
Right.
And didn't go into that. And I've been in emergency management for quite a few years.
So it's like my father was a mechanic. My father's brother was a mechanic.
My 2 uncles on my father's side was a mechanic.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's awesome.
I guess it's true that the one thing every police officer has in common is that they want to be a firefighter then.
You know it, Petey. Oh, good one for you. Where are you at? Now, where's your department at? Give us a little...
So I'm in Chester County, Pennsylvania. So Ludwig's Corner Fire Company. If any of you out there from Ludwig's Corner, hello.
Whoa, the hot corner.
Yeah.
I think they call that the hot corner, right?
Is that could be a cool curve. I don't know.
Cool curve of the hot corner.
We're very small. We run close to probably 325 calls a year. It's not much.
Yeah.
But we do run normally a lot of the accidents. Fires aren't as much in our area. We run a lot of entrapment calls.
All right. So how'd you get involved with the fire store? Give us a little history on that one.
Yeah. So I saw an ad come up the one day, and I was like, it might be kind of fun. Everybody wants some more gear, and easier way to get gear is when you're kind of working there. So I applied. I was hired within a few weeks once they knew that I had some fire knowledge. I started working as a showroom associate. So, everyone who wanted to check out, with their gear up the counter is me. Within a year or so, I became the interim showroom manager while I was getting ready for my position as a merchandiser. So merchandising, most people are like, what the heck is that? I know, Kevin, you said the same thing to me when I first met you. Like, what the heck is a merchandiser? But so what I do is basically anything you see on any of our stores, so fire store, officer store, EMS, and so on, all that product comes through me and my team. So we basically decide what we sell it for, that type of thing. We get to test out all the gear, which is by far the best part.
Cool.
Yeah, and I became the manager recently this year. So
yeah,
Wow.
nice.
yeah,
Congratulations. That's how you met us two idiots at the show. Remember?
it is. Yeah, the Harrisburg. Yeah,
Yeah.
was it
Harrisburg
Yeah, it was
show.
Harrisburg.
It
Wasn't
was
it?
Harrisburg.
Yep.
Mhm.
And they carry our line now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So
Thank you.
when did you first hear about us?
Oh wow. I knew I heard about you guys before that. I want to say probably from a few of my friends that were wearing your shirts all the time.
Nice.
So we've been carrying your line, what, 4 years now?
Yeah, a couple
Yeah,
years.
something like
yeah.
that.
At least 4 years.
Right.
So it's got to be a few years before that, I would think. But yeah, everyone wears your shirts.
Sweet. Now we got to get everybody to watch the show.
Household name. Yes.
Everybody watch the show, and listen, we're not giving away the details of the contest. We're going to make you sit here the whole time until the end of the show. And then
That's how they do it, right? That's usually how they do it.
yeah, we got to keep
Real world.
build a little suspense, Pete. You know what I mean?
Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun.
Only the good suspense. That's it.
So when somebody has a new product, basically you get to see it first. Is that what you're telling me?
I do. I get to test it out. Sometimes work with them and see, like, hey, do you want to tweak it? Do you want to like change it? How do you want to bring it to market? We get to see it that way, which I absolutely love. Probably the best part is like working with people like yourself, where it's firemen who are bringing products to firemen. That is
Cool.
by far my favorite part of the job.
So when they all the other companies want to know when the hot corner rolls up, why they have like 52 Hearst tools on the rig, and oh, that must be Amanda's company.
Yeah, yeah.
What's
How
your
many people
favorite?
are-
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
How many people are in the company, Amanda?
So I want to say our active crew right now is probably around 40, 45 members. But in total in our department, we have about 100 people.
All right. Run 300 calls. So let's get into the whole crux of this show, the history. I know, and there's got guys in the chat who are going to have little tidbits, so throw them out there, bro, if you want. We know that the chief collects helmets. Am I correct with that, Ruffy?
Yes,
Chief
he does.
Hayes?
Yeah.
Yep,
Yes,
so
he does.
He's going to
Chief Haid does as well.
also collects helmets. So we're changing the name of this to Leatherhead Nation here, bro. Instead of getting salty, we're all in the Leatherhead Nation.
Will Belinsky's a major helmet collector. He was sending me pictures last night. So
Really?
yeah.
You're going to miss my opportunity. There's going to be a major star.
Oh, he would hate to hear it. I saw someone trying to throw a tin helmet in a dumpster one time, and I almost cried.
Oh my gosh.
No.
We'll get on the old leather versus composite helmet war in a little bit, but let's talk about the beginning. So I had a little bit of opposing information here. I'm going to say most guys are going to go with Henry Gradicap was the inventor of, he's the inventor of the New Yorker. He was a leather luggage
No shit.
craftsman. Yep. He made the big trunks that would go overseas on the long trips out of leather, and he was also a volley. So he came up with the first one, and the dates are varying. I couldn't pin it down to one date. They're saying anywhere between 1821 and 1836. He came out with the New Yorker. Pete, you got a couple pictures of the New Yorker up there, don't you, man? Some older ones.
Yeah, coming up right now. Boom.
Yep. Nope, not those. Those are the different kinds of bends.
The
and
original
helmets.
ones.
The original, the old ones, Pete.
Oh, the first one we saw like this.
Yes. Yep. Like that. Yep.
Yeah.
So 1821 to 1836. But
Those black ones there, right there, Petey, down.
Yeah, there's some black ones on the bottom too.
Yeah.
Yep. So I did actually find some information that there was a guy named Jacobus Turk in New York City, and he created one in 1740, but it was round. It was originally made out of metal, but then he did also encapsulate it in leather because leather is tough. It can withstand heat, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So what else do I have on this guy? Oh, yep. They called the thing that distinguished Gradicaps from Jacobus's was the fact that it had the ducktail, or they call it the beaver tail in the back, right? Amanda, they call it the ducktail, the beaver tail in the
Correct.
back.
Yep.
Also, the big
The brim.
the top where you put your front piece was originally intended to use as a tool to break windows. So they
Is that
didn't have-
right?
Yeah, they didn't have any tools
Yeah.
in the beginning. They would hold it by the
The
back.
original finials.
Right,
Yes.
right, something like that. Yep.
Yeah, these guys in the picture here all had that very tall
Yeah, I think I could see Hank Malay in the back there. Is that him?
Look at the Del Boca Vista gang is.
Oh man, yeah, man.
They're mean.
What does that say? Does that say New York on it? I don't know if that says New York on that one, but yeah. Anyway, so sometime around the 1840s is when Henry Gradicap went into business with the Cairns. The Cairns are actually the ones who developed the holder for the front piece. And they went into business until the 1850s when Gradicap retired, and then the Cairns have been, a fixture in the fire helmet ever since. Is Hank in there? It's Hank's retirement photo.
So while you were talking, Coobs, I just punched this up on the computer quick. It says the New Yorker helmet has remained virtually unchanged through approximately 168 years of faithful and steadfast service. It has the same look and quality that generations after generations of firefighters have relied on. It's tanned Western cowhide, and it's a 1/4 inch thick, reinforced with leather straps and Gothic arches inside the crown.
Right. Yeah, those straps. I think there's 8 total, and there's something to do with the integrity of the helmet. That's why you decided to do the 8, right, Amanda?
Yeah, keeps its shape. Mm-hmm.
Keep it shape. There was another point. Oh, the front piece. They want to know. I researched on most of them have been eagles for years and years and years. That holds the front piece in place. But there have been stuff like, what did we say? We saw seahorses. We saw dragons, bulldogs.
Oh, really? I don't think I've ever seen
that. But the eagle, they thought that it was, because the eagle, depicted the USA and all that. But the actual story behind that was that what do you call it? The guy who I got a brain fart here. A sculptor actually was sculpting a headstone for a fallen firefighter, and he just decided to put an eagle on it. And they were so enamored with the eagle that they started putting on eagles on all the helmets. So it actually came about. That one looks like
this is a horse, I believe.
There have been horses on them. Yep. In Canada, he said it right there. Took the word out of my mouth. They have beavers. They've used beavers because they also call that the beaver's tail in the end. But they do use beavers in Canada. Yep. A yellow leather. What? They make such a thing, Amanda? A yellow leather? Do you sell different color leathers?
Yeah. You can get black, yellow, red, white, and natural.
Oh, snap. Natural's like the tan?
Yeah, natural's just tan.
What's one of these helmets going for? What are they going for, price-wise?
Oh, they go all over the place. They can go up to $1,200 depending on the type of leather that you're getting. You really don't find them too much lower than $600 in certain places. They're expensive, but you got to remember the reason why they're expensive, which nobody really seems to understand, is that they're 100% hand pulled leather. There is some dude standing back there pulling this leather to make these helmets. Yeah, so it is 100% touched by hand the whole time. So there's not a machine that they've invented to do this. So you have to have someone who's good and strong to do it. So it gets the price up.
Are they still in Jersey? Weren't they a company in Jersey, Cairns?
There's a few different places that they do it, but they do them in Pittsburgh, out near out my way. But yeah, so they build them all over the place. I mean, you have Phoenix who builds them out in California.
Right. So. No, but Cairns, where does Cairns build them? They're in Jersey, aren't they?
Pittsburgh.
Oh, they're Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Huh,
Pittsburgh and Jersey, yeah.
All right. So what
a few different places.
Who else makes the leather helmet? Besides
Lion makes a leather and Phoenix makes a leather.
Most people want to stick with the New Yorker. What's the difference?
The difference between them. All right, so difference between Cairns' 2 leathers or difference between everybody's leathers?
No, between other companies and the Cairns.
Other companies. It's the look and it's how they stretch it and it's the sizing. So Phoenix has a lot more of like a flat look to their helmets. They're a little bit more stretched. Right. If you're looking at a Lion's, like a heritage helmet, it's a little bit more, it looks thicker and it stands up a little bit taller.
Right.
And then you have Cairns, they have the New Yorker and the Sam Houston. The difference there is one's NFPA certified, one's not.
Well, which one's not NFPA?
The New Yorker is non-NFPA certified.
Oh, what? Really?
Yeah. So if you're in your department, you have to have NFPA. You can't wear a New Yorker. You have to wear a Sam Houston.
Why is that?
The only difference is the impact cap. So there's an impact cap. There's a plastic piece in between the 2 pieces of leather that make up the helmet.
Right.
And the Sam Houston has that impact cap. The New Yorker does not. A lot of people say that they feel like the Sam Houston sits taller on their head. It doesn't. It makes you feel that way because it's slight, like an eighth of an inch difference, if that. But yeah, that is the only difference between the two.
Now, they only got involved in 1979, the NFPA, right?
Well, I was just going to say, doesn't everybody have to go by the NFPA?
They do. I mean, it depends on your departments. We sell pretty much just as many New Yorkers as we do Sam Houstons. It all depends on what your station's requirements are. If you're getting federal money, a lot of times you have to have NFPA. If you're not buying federal money or buying it with your own, you can kind of buy what you want. But that gets into the debate then on, what do you want to put on your head? So.
Giddy up. You want the New Yorker, bro. 1840. Come on.
So what's your favorite one, Amanda?
Out of the leathers?
Yeah.
Leathers, I'm a Sam Houston fan.
Really? All right.
I know what it's like to have a brain injury, so I know I want that extra protection on my noggin.
Why don't you tell? Why don't you
cracked
tell
your cranium?
What happened?
I
cracked my cranium. Yeah, I had a ladder hit me at a 35-foot extension, come off the side of a truck and hit me on the head. Wasn't wearing a helmet at the time. Might have helped if I was, but wasn't really in a position where I needed to be wearing one at the time. But yeah, so came off, hit me in the head. I ended up with a lot of brain injuries, neck injuries that I'm dealing with till this day, which are probably going to end up taking me off the job.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah. Hey, but I'd rather end up with just a few injuries than end up dead. So.
Right.
For sure. And there you are wearing a helmet right there.
Yeah.
What is that there?
That's a Cairns 1044. That's a composite.
Yeah. She went there. So that's why she said if I had to.
Yeah, but that's
leather.
lighter. She has a neck injury. That's lighter for her, obviously.
It is. It is a lot lighter. Yeah, that's actually me. That is my first burn drill after I came out of 7 months in basically a dark room after my brain injury.
Really? Well, you get like migraines or something?
It's not me just trying to get a selfie of me. That's my butt in the background. So.
So you're trying to catch his butt in the background.
Had to do it.
What's the big visor? Do a lot of guys get that big visor, or do they have the little
so that's just
eye straps?
That's a flip down face shield. It really depends. If you're going with a composite, you can go with Borks, but you have to do the NFPA version. So they're not as nice as, everyone wants them to curl and get that look. The NFPA versions don't do that. So the face shield is just an easy flip down, easy to use, especially when I'm doing extrications. My new helmet, that's my older one, has defenders. They kind of are these ones that flip down from inside the helmet, which is nice so that they don't get all dirty from, being outside all the time.
Doesn't that thing flip down all the time though, or no?
No, it has tighteners on the side.
See that? I didn't know.
So I'm assuming that on the extrications, that's for the sparks flying from whatever you're cutting.
Yeah, that or just pieces of
pulling ceiling or
the car.
Right. Gotcha.
What percentage of helmets now are the composite as compared to the leather? Is most of the country into the composite now, or?
Yes, most of the country is in composites. Most of your large departments go composite. It's cheaper, number one. Number two, it's easier to clean. And, for NFPA life and, the amount of time that you have with that, you have 10 years with it. So cheaper, easier, composite. Some people still go with the leathers. I would say your department purchases are probably about 80% to 90% composite. Where
Really?
your individual purchasers, most people, it's like, I want to say at least a 60-40 split. If you're buying it for yourself, you're mostly getting a leather.
How would they last? Let's say if you got on and you did 25 years, what would obviously leather last longer, or no, maybe not?
That's a good question. I would say if you conditioned your leather, it might last for that long for you. Some people, they pass those helmets down for generations. Composites, they don't really crack easily, so they would work just as well.
Really?
But the NFPA life gives you out at 10. So
what? So you got to get rid of your helmet in 10 years?
Yep, any NFPA helmets out in 10 years.
What the hell is going on with everybody?
Yep.
Yeah, Ruffy, your helmet looks. Kubler, your helmet looks like.
I had mine more than 10 years. I didn't. When they came out with the composite, I never wore it. That's why my brother was chasing me around all the time, and then I got hurt and I didn't have to wear it, but never wore it.
I wore my composite the last 2 years maybe, and it was lighter. There's no doubt about it.
It is lighter.
Pete, put that Chief Kleehouse comment up there. He just had a little nugget there. Oh, we got to highlight him.
Hold on, let me go. Lester Burke, Engine
Yes.
231, DB of Training, who was the inventor of the Burke eye shields, just died recently.
Oh.
Kev, I actually sent you the department order with his name
Oh,
on
you
it.
did?
I sent that to both of you. I sent it
Oh,
to
that's the
Pete.
one I couldn't open, though. He opened it,
Correct.
right?
Yeah, Patty.
But I sent it to you via email. So let me see if I
Do you
can
have-
open it up for you guys.
Do you have the Bork information there, Pete? I know I sent that to you.
I definitely do. Stand by.
So what are the shields
so-
that we had on there, Louis? What were those called?
The Bork.
The
That's the
little
guy from
ones,
that's the one from
flip down?
231. Yes.
Ah,
that,
not the
that
ones
was
that used to get all burnt up and they get melted.
correct.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
and they bubble up.
he
Yeah,
actually got
ones that
hurt.
guys never wore.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
you
Yeah.
never
Well, I
put
said
Yeah.
McVeigh texted me. He actually sent that to me, and we were talking about it because I told him what we were going to do, and then I sent it to you guys. But when he just sent me the department order that he just passed away, and he was from 231,
Right.
and you would think that he got something in his eye or something, but he didn't. He had something in his face. If you read, I think if that in that report, it wasn't something that went into his eye. It was something that hit him in the face. And
Right.
that's when he came up with the idea. And it gave you a little bit of history there. Again, I didn't read it too in depth, but he would, it says right there, that was in the 1960s, and he was hit in the face with a piece of angle iron at a fire.
Oh, shit.
So, 231, and I think it was attached to the ceiling, and that's how he came up with the idea. And I think he had a couple different. It's if you scroll down a little, Pete, there it says developing a solution. So he had some different ideas, but not too long after he started, they ended up.
It says he experimented with different thicknesses and types of speedometer cable until he found exactly the right type that allowed both lenses of the eye protection to go up and down together. Huh. Interesting.
By the way, you mentioned conditioning your leather helmet. How do you condition who does that?
Oh, well, there's no authorized way to do it.
Right.
So you're not like you're going to avoid warranties and stuff if you do it. But if anyone does do it, people use like leather conditioner that they get for.
Right. I thought the idea was to make it as shitty looking as possible. Isn't that the?
Some people do. Some people do. Yeah. I mean, I've seen people put their helmet into an oven to try and get it to look a little saltier earlier.
We've heard stories of guys like that.
Yeah. Never a good idea.
No?
Doesn't come out.
No, they dry out. They fall apart.
They dry out. Yeah, you try and put a bend into it. People.
Yeah, you see those guys. They were putting epoxy. You're right, trying to save that metal strap going around the back of the duck, or whatever the heck you called it there, the beaver.
Yeah.
So Will Belinsky's in here sending me all kinds of photos. So give me a couple minutes, guys, and I'll razzle dazzle you with some amazing stuff here.
Patty's back. I thought I haven't seen Patty in the chat for a while. Holy mackerel!
How many helmets does Chief Kleaus have in his collection? I know Chief Haid had quite a bit.
I'll bet your Mike in there knows.
Who's that?
Your boy Mike.
Kelly?
Mike Kelly. Yeah, Mike Kelly. When did the chin strap come out? Because all the ones didn't have the chin strap that you're supposed to wear. We rarely ever do wear.
Mine has sort of been in like 1979 when the NFPA started requiring it, to keep it on your head. I mean, you still see people like who will change it out for like the leather strap like they used to. The original where it's just like one here and one here, but that was mostly just to hang it up when you got back to the station.
Right. I'm looking at my father's over there. The leather comes off of. But that one was from 1960. That's all beat up. What else you got? You got those pictures, Petey boy?
Oh, I'm working on it. Hang tight.
The New Yorker. Now, what do they test? What do they use to test these helmets, Amanda? What is there?
So they do a bunch of different types of tests. There's the flame test. They're going to put the heat against it, make sure that nothing's getting through to your head. They drop test them. They do all different types of side angle tests. So like they hit you from the front, the back, the top. all the different sides to make sure that, whichever way it's going to hit you,
Right.
you have that impact cap, the suspension's helping you out. They do I want to say it's called dielectric test onto it, and that's with the paint and as well as the decals that you get on your helmet to make sure that that paint and that those decals aren't going to, cause a little torch to start on your head as soon as you get into the fire.
Right.
Just another fun fact that everything that goes on your helmet, it literally has to be tested. Just to make sure that's not going to do that. It's crazy.
Right. They also
Funny you should say that.
they test for resistance to electrical current too, which is
Yes. Yes.
they do that.
Yeah,
Well,
because
if you
you
look-
figure if you're going through a wall, if you're breaching a wall, you're trying to get through somewhere, and you're cutting through some of those electrical wires, and they're hanging there, hitting you in the head. You don't want to be shocked.
For
Hey,
sure.
Petey, can you punch up Hank's? Hank had a question, like a statement there.
Yeah, my original leather helmet was measured with a device the guy called a banjo. They put it
That's what I
around your
want.
head.
Right.
It had thin metal spines that conformed to your head and made a paper in print.
Yes, I wanted to bring that up because I was telling my brother, Chief Steve, that we were going to do this, and he said when he got on, they would come to the, I don't know if it was Proby school or whatever, and they would measure your hat, and that's why the thing fit you so great. You could put
Perfect,
your
right?
head, you could put your head down; it wouldn't fall off your head. Nothing,
Yeah. Now they come in two sizes, just a medium and a large, and spans multiple sizes.
But don't they have the ratchet in them? Most of them, or they did away with the ratchet. Oh, they do have the ratchet.
They keep the ratchet in them. A lot of people take their ratchets out. Especially in the New Yorker when the NFPA standards don't really matter. People get a medium helmet, take the insides out, put it on. It works really well until you start putting on a face piece and you put on your hood.
Yeah,
and then all the bits are out.
Yeah.
And is it a ratchet, or have you guys ever moved to the BOA system? Are you guys familiar with that BOA system? Or is it just a clicking ratchet?
No, it's just
most are clicking ratchets.
Yeah, because all the helmets that I've worn have a BOA type of these two wires that kind of pull in a little dial. Pretty cool. But I wonder if they brought that kind of technology to the fire service. But in terms of what needed to be used, if you look right here, Will Belinsky in the chat sent me this. Brass washers must be used. Everything was very super specific. Even with the Berks, the eye shield here.
What is this that you're showing us, Pete? Is this the?
that's the eye shields there. Cal.
Yeah, the eye shield.
I know that, but what is it? It's one of his original
designs. Yeah, exactly. The original drawing for that. And then he also sent us, because he's a collector of fine things, some cool. Look at this thing.
Oh, beautiful.
A leather Chiefs helmet, white, hand painted. 1920s, $3,800. My God.
Yep.
Yeah. When was that? That's probably could be more than that. That who the heck knows when that was.
For sure.
Chief Cleo said he only had 6 helmets left, and but he has a lot of the fronts because they take up a lot of room.
Yeah, they do.
He's also saying they actually glued the poop. I lost it. 25 engine.
The pin print paper inside the helmets.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. But these are definitely some of the.
These are his helmets. These are the ones he has.
No.
Oh.
These are some cool photos of helmets. I don't think these
The
are
old
ones.
FDNY ones. Yeah. That's incredible.
This one's
Very
50 rare FDNY honorary medical officer leather helmet with hand painted front, circa 1910, $5,500.
Wow.
Woo.
Wow, that's crazy.
Nice. Hey, did you see the Pete? You got to grab it. The picture of Chief Steve that they had in the
Yeah.
Dude,
I'll get it. I'll pull it up.
How high his helmet was on his head?
Oh my
It's
God.
huge.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw the
Oh
picture.
my
Somebody sent it to
God.
me, and my first thought was, "Holy shit, that thing is about 20 feet off the top of his head."
I have a little family group chat, and everybody, even my mother's like, "Why does it look so big on his head?" He said, "Oh no, the guys probably put that in there, didn't they?" I'm like, "No, Ma, that's his helmet on his head."
Yeah.
He looks really
He looks serious in this picture too.
serious. Yeah. Pissed off was more like
He
it.
might have caught somebody with white socks or something on that one.
No, so that's what the picture was posted because the guy, the aide next to him, had shorts on and had white socks
Oh
on.
my God, I got it. Stand by. Jeez Louise.
I'm sure he wasn't too concerned about the white socks. He looked like he was busy doing something.
Yeah, no, it was he's Chief Steve, hold on. Oh my God. Mamma mia. There he is.
Oh, that does look so.
Look at that helmet, my God.
Well, yeah.
You know
That's
what it
a New
reminds me
Yorker?
of? You've seen that movie, Spaceballs, right? Dark Helmet or whatever.
Yeah, his white helmet.
That's right. That is right.
That's a composite. Yeah, that's
Oh, it is a
that's
composite,
all
right.
leather.
Because they don't have leather on our job anymore, right, Ruffy?
Right.
Somebody said
Yeah.
they were
No,
going back,
no.
but they're not. They
I believe
got
that's a Morning Pride right there.
Morning Pride.
I
What?
think that's what
That's
they're
because the
using.
NFPA probably have so much stuff in there that has to make the helmet sit off high on your head. So if you get cracked in the cranium, it doesn't hit you in the head, right? I mean,
Yeah.
He actually said that he's got
it's
a
beautiful.
What is that velvet? He's
What do you got over here?
He's got a
I'm
small
trying to
head.
tell by the. You can normally tell by the eagle what the helmet is. It's a little hard to see.
Somebody
Hold
wrote
on. We'll
Lord
zoom in.
Helmet. Lord Helmet.
helmet.
Yeah, that's definitely a eagle there.
It's an
Yeah,
eagle,
no,
but
it's a
yeah, most of them
composite.
do an eagle. It's just a different type of eagle. You can tell it's probably by the reflection underneath. The brim.
Yep.
And
That-
because of the way it's yellow, that yellow, that's obviously seen some heat. But composite turns into that creamy looking color.
That face is saying, "Where are you going with that line?"
What?
It
What
does.
are
You
you
were not
doing?
taught this. Is
What are you doing with
Dude,
that line?
Mikey
Go ahead.
Mikey just reminded me of everybody in New York went to this guy, Frankie Lau. Remember? Everybody
Yeah,
went to the
for the light.
For everything. He just said something
Yeah.
about the helmet. Like,
The
it just caught my
flashlights,
eye.
yeah. We went with for the
If you wanted
flashlight, the
something-
survivors.
Yeah, if you wanted something altered
Right. He did it.
in your bunkie gear or whatever, you brought the Frankie Lau.
One guy. But then we had Frankie Buckles. You remember Frankie Buckles? He used to make you the the old guy. He used to make you your the tint badge that was just a replica of your badge, so that you could carry.
Yeah,
You could carry it around.
Yeah, you freaking Buckles.
Frankie Buckles.
He's
Well,
about
does
to
he-
say something very important there. It looks like I don't know.
I mean, I don't know, but does Chief Steve get mad? Does he get or is he does he keep it cool? Like you could tell he's angry, but
I don't
does
know
he
if he's
keep it cool?
No, he's
I don't know
he's just asking where the hell the goddamn lines go.
Why do you introduce Amanda to Chief Steve?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Hold
Amanda,
on a minute.
please meet Chief Steve.
I'm Chief Steve. I'm here to inspect. That better not be fear on your breath. Line up in order. Dress right, dress. Go get a comb. Your hair's a fucking mess. Proper uniform is what I'm here to see. No getting salty shirts. They won't get past me. 'Cause I'm Chief Steve.
Never gets old,
Wow.
bro. It never gets old.
I like it when he's passed out at the end with the bottle of Tito's. That's the,
I like it when he's on the crapper reading the paper.
Well, you'll be able to smell beer in his breath if he's got Tito's on it. So.
oh my God. Yeah.
You guys do that sort of hijinks in your firehouse, Amanda? Any of that going on?
Yeah. A lot. Always. When's it not?
She knows how to get it done, bro.
When's it not?
And speaking of getting it done, check her out here.
Ah, there she goes.
Yeah, that was a really fun day. We did a photo shoot for MSA and for Cairns. That right there, I am wearing a New Yorker on my head. Yeah, so that's my actual gear, so that's why it fit right. But yeah, that was fun. It was 14 hours of taking photos. Gotta say, G1 did not hurt my back one bit, which was nice. So,
yeah, we photographers can take a while. And then tell us about this picture, because I think this is one of the cooler ones. This has a lot of history to it.
This one does, yeah. So I received the Firefighter of the Year award back in, I think it was for the 2014 year, but I got it in 2015 at our banquet. But I was the first female in my department to get the award. And this is the 3 women that preceded me in my station as firefighters. So the woman right there, the little tiny one, with white hair, that's Mary. So our station started in 1972, and Mary was the first truck driver we had. She was the only one that could drive our twin stick Mac to the calls. So the guys would have to wait for her.
Really? Look at her getting it done.
And she drive, and we still have that same twin stick Mac. So
oh my gosh,
we still use it. It's been refurbed a times. Her name is Ethel. That's the truck's name. I don't know if you guys name your trucks. We name ours.
No, I don't think we ever did.
Yeah, and then that's Jane and Jody back there too. So they're the other two women that, everything I did was firefighting. A lot of fire departments, especially volunteers, have the ladies auxiliary,
Right.
and we have the ladies auxiliary, but the women have been firefighting in my station since day one. So.
Really?
Well,
look at that.
so-
Yeah, I think we're
ahead of your
like 12 or
time.
15. What's that?
Way ahead of your time, ladies.
Yeah, I think we have about 12 females right now. So.
Wow. Awesome.
So you guys, I mean, you're from a family of firefighters and a lot of them female. But I think I'd be remiss if I didn't ask, because you are in fact our first female guest. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, what's it like stepping into that world? Like, I mean, I know that you had it in your head because of your family, but you are also a female stepping into what is perceived often as a man's world.
Oh yeah, definitely. It wasn't easy. I mean, I'll say my station was easy. My station, I was brought up into it and everything was good. But you don't go to school with just your station, so like, it's not like we have just, one training academy for every single department. So, you go to the county class, you go to maybe a state class, and they don't have females at every single station. And even some in this county might not have some females. And I had some tough times. I had one kid who brought up the one day asking the instructors, why the heck was she allowed to be a firefighter? And I just responded with, well, I just beat you in all your drills, so obviously I'm here because I can feel but it was actually pretty cool on that day to see the amount of guys from my department who like gave a lot of to the guys from that department. But it hasn't been easy at all, especially even in the world I'm working in now at Whitmer and with the fire store. You show up to some places and some people think, oh, you're a girl, do you know what firefighting is? And sometimes I just let them go and tell me all about it.
Yeah.
Tell me how it goes.
Playing stupid is the best way to get anybody.
It's the most fun. And then at the end, I tend to just be like, just so you know, I do know how to cut the car open. I've been doing it for this many years, or put the fire out. But no, it's good. I'm lucky enough, though, at Whitmer that I have the most amazing boss. I have the most amazing team. Great company. I mean, we're a woman-owned company. Most people don't know, the Whitmers, they're owning it. So, we're lucky, that's never even a question at Whitmer. You're a girl, you can do the job, but there's been some rough times. And every single guy that normally says they don't want you in the station is because they think that you're only there for the guys. So.
Really?
Not to do the JOB.
Oh.
That's silly.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Right. And so being that you've seen some fires, what's the craziest situation you've ever been in as a firefighter? I'm curious.
Craziest situation.
Because I mean, like, just because we usually get FDNY guys in here, we just had a guy in from Chicago, and now coming from a smaller station like yours, right? Forgive me if I'm remiss here, if I'm wrong or incorrect, but you did say that you did, about 325 fires a year.
Yeah,
so
small amount.
What's the wildest thing that you guys have done?
Wildest thing we've done. I'd say my wildest stuff hasn't been in car accidents. My wildest has been in auto accidents, fires. But what's the craziest? I mean, the funniest one, I had a 21-year-old get stuck in a washing machine. I had to cut him out.
In a washing machine? How does that happen?
Yeah, like a regular
drinking.
21st birthday. Yeah, 21st birthday. He was, he was basically told by his mom, "Hey, I bet you can't get in there." And he could, and he could not get back in.
Nice.
But I think the craziest thing I've been in besides that is we get a lot of bad ice storms. We don't really get as much snow as you guys get, but we get a lot of ice. And we had about a 15-car accident, and then being in there while more cars are piling into it.
Yeah. I've seen that on TV.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, those are crazy. Yeah, I tend to be the person that, because I am short, I'm very short. So I am normally the person who's jumping into the cars and like weaving my way through. So, it's like basically like I'm the attack dog. Just, I got to go find.
We have Kevin to do that. He's good with that.
Come
on. She's lobbing them up for me. Come on.
You're
doing a great job, Amanda. Great job.
I'll keep tossing that
now.
You guys get a lot of like EMS calls, because I know that my buddy's a paramedic and in Lancaster, and he's
Yeah, right
dealing
near
with
me.
right, and he's dealing with a lot of OD like stuff. Are you guys dealing with that too?
Yeah, I mean, COVID's been, tossing up a bunch of crazy calls, everything from the domestics to, a lot of attempted suicides. We have a lot of the heroin epidemic out here too. So yeah, it's all EMS calls. We run, I don't know if you guys ever heard of a quick response service. Do you know what that is?
No.
Most people don't know if you're not from our area. So we're so far out of the way that the ambulances need someone else to get there before them. So as firemen, we, a lot of us are EMTs, and some are just EMTs in my department. We run in our personal cars to your house to get there before the ambulance gets there, and then we're there, providing you.
What equipment do you carry with you?
AED, suction unit, a complete triage kit, trauma kit, everything. I mean, I've been on calls. I had a guy fall out of the top of a barn, hit himself onto a tractor, and broken back. I was there for 25 minutes just begging him to stay still until someone else could get there. So yeah, we do some fun stuff with that. I've run into, calls where someone's had a gun pulled on you because they didn't know who's coming through the door. And we're not in gear most of the time for that. You're showing up in your PJs. Right. So, I'm like, I'm not breaking into your house.
Yeah. That's actually a pretty good idea in a rural area like that. You probably save more lives getting in early and getting your hands on the patient than you would doing anything else, I would imagine.
Yeah, we're there within 3 to 4 minutes. So yeah, we're able to start CPR, do anything. Doing CPR by yourself though for 10 to 15 minutes before anyone gets
Holy
there.
shit!
That sucks.
Doing it for 3 minutes.
3 minutes, yeah.
I know. So,
yeah, that's huge. You're saving lives.
That's awesome.
Massive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome,
so we
man.
probably run, I would say, another 300 calls, which are just EMS. 400 calls are just EMS.
Shit. That's a lot.
Yeah, so the ladies are running it, and I was asking before if it was a requirement to have red hair for all of the you women out there, but I guess it's just a thing. That's awesome. I mean, it's super impressive. It's not an easy job for anybody. So
no, it's not. It's a fun one though.
Cool. What's coming down? Anything new that you can? A little tidbit you can give on any new equipment? Any new equipment coming out? Any new?
Well, there's always new equipment coming out. I mean, that's weekly. You can see it on our new products page.
Right.
But I guess some of the newest things that I can even talk about coming is just, we're getting close to the holidays, which for us is our biggest time of the year.
Us too.
Yeah, which means, the sales are coming. And I know my marketing manager, who is probably watching this right now, is probably like, do not say a word. So just, watch out for some of the big stuff coming that way. But we definitely have a lot more exclusive products coming. We just started engraving everything. So, you're able to get a lot more engraved products from us now, which is awesome.
So let us know, what do you guys have for those guys who don't know what the fire store is? Do you carry everything, right? From
our saying is everything but the truck. We literally sell everything but the truck. So hose lines, hydraulic tools, obviously in territories, PPE, helmets, bunker gear, gloves, hoods, decals, everything from Getting Salty. We have all that stuff as well. We do your uniforms, we do tools, we do everything. Everything you can think of, we have it. And if we don't have it, you let me know and I'll find it.
Cool. There you go.
What's your all-time favorite tool as a firefighter?
The New York hook. Always has been. I love my New York hook. Absolutely love it. Yeah. I used to like the TNT tool, but it gets to be a little bulky.
I wanted to mention too, I had an article here. I can't freaking find it now. How firefighters take their helmets so personal. Like out of all the equipment they have, your helmet is like the most personal thing to you. Like even if you let somebody try it on, it's like, it's like you're giving your baby to somebody. You're handing them something that's so precious to you that your helmet means so much to firefighters. It is.
And I think that's why people get so crazy about changing it. If you start tweaking anything on a helmet, they're nope, can't have it, can't happen. That's what it leads us into the craziness of today with, everything's turning from this traditional world to this more modern.
Right. You lose part of that.
Yeah.
That tradition. Even Pete from Newark, Pete Partridge, when he said he had his fire, you know, when he lost one of the things that he wishes he had back was his helmet.
Yep.
Yes.
You have yours, right, Ruff? You have your leather helmet?
I do, yeah.
I got mine too. It's upstairs.
They're asking from the chat here. Our good buddy Tank in the chat is asking, what's the ambassador program that you guys are doing at the Fire Store?
Yeah. Yes, so we have we have a bunch of ambassadors now who are kind of going around and just promoting our brand. So they are firemen, EMTs, and mix, you know, in there of having both professions, and they just have like a bunch of like, you know, experience, and they're just pushing our brand out. They're testing out products for us. That's actually really fun. I've been able to like share in my love for testing products. So when I get products in, I've been requesting to get more in for them, ship it out to them. We're going to start letting them test everything as well in the field.
They must get something for free. Because firemen are free. They must get something for free.
That's why we have our gear giveaways. You know, give away everything for free.
Right.
Nice.
Including this bad boy right here.
Ooh, let's show it to him.
No. In case you didn't know. Dun, 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 dun.
It is sexy.
And I just got to mention, Tank is an ambassador, by the way.
Oh, he is.
Oh,
So Tank's plugging himself is what he's doing.
Tank's plugging himself.
Thanks, Tank. Right. Little self-promotion from Tank.
Oh, he knows
Tank,
how to do it.
You know what, Tank?
You son of a bitch.
What is that one, Pete?
You go, we go.
Every time you guys do something shady like that, I'm playing something from Backdraft just to piss you off. Oh man.
Nice.
Yeah.
That door for heat, Tim?
There's a lot of lines out of that movie, man. Holy shit.
Oh, I'll just be ripping them. Let me tell you.
They were killing firemen for cash.
You pulling that one out of nowhere.
I know how to do it.
Shadow.
What was the thing where, does anybody know? I looked at it a little bit where they used your helmet. If you threw at the last ditch effort, you threw your helmet out the window, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That is correct.
I am correct with that.
What are you saying?
Chime in? Yes, is that correct?
What are you saying?
I
What,
just
if
want to bring that up as a point. People would that's a well-known thing, right? Like if you were jammed up, you throw your helmet.
Oh
out the
yeah,
window.
you would throw your helmet out the window.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if people would think to do that now, but back in the day, they would do that. You know, even when we got on the job.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right.
Patty Lee said correct.
Look at Patty Lee.
So, do we want to tell these ladies
We
and
want to
gents
tell these
what time
animals
it is?
where they can get in there, where they can get the free
do
stuff.
Do it.
Because
Do
there's
it.
still a mic in there looking for some free stuff. Yes.
Open
All right.
it up. Do it.
You guys
Now
want me to
listen,
pop it up?
I'm gonna lay it out first. You're only allowed, what is it, one a day? One registration a day? Is that what we're
Oh,
going
I
with?
think you can get actually a few in there.
Yeah?
I'm doing that for you. 1 second. I think it's like.
We're running it until next Sunday, and then Monday, on next Monday's show, we will announce who the lucky winner is. Dun, dun, dun.
Of course, at the end of the show.
And of
You know how to
course,
do it.
It is
and
1 a day. I am wrong. 1 a day.
One a day.
one
One
a
a
day.
We got
And-
Samantha on the quick text.
Yeah, nice. Hey, Samantha. Cheers. Thanks, Samantha.
Gary!
So,
Gary.
Also, it ends at midnight on Sunday. Midnight
Right.
on
Yes.
Sunday.
And you have to
Eastern Standard Time too. Eastern
Right.
Standard Time.
you have to come to the show, subscribe to the show, and fill out the application on what we're going to give you right here. Correct? Pete, hello.
Yeah, that is correct.
Right.
And
All right, give it
Um,
to him, Pete. Give these
you-
cheap alligator arms, cheap bastards, the
I
free
will-
helmet.
I will show you. I will show you the image of the page you're going to. But first, I'll give you the link, which is thefirestore.com/10K. That's www.thefirestore.com/1, 0, and the letter K, 10K.
So it's one per day. They could go to that website.
Right.
I got to post this up on the Instagram and all that stuff, so they can go one a day. They could post it up on there, and
And this
Yeah.
is what it looks like.
And
Very
yeah.
easy.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's pretty
Very,
simple.
very simple.
And
It's very easy. Give us your first name.
Subscribe.
Give us your first name, your last name, your fire department name, and your email. Sheboygan. And
There
you will
you
be
go.
randomly picked.
Let's show the fire store what the power that the Leatherhead Nation has over here, bro. And get over there and fill out application up. Because maybe it'll lead some advertising for the salty guys.
Everybody wants a new leather.
Yes, you could start now.
Yes, you can start now, Gonzo. Don't get in there. And that's
Very
all I
cool,
got.
guys.
That's
yes,
it.
Gonzo. That's it. And
So
that
listen,
is.
I think
that's the show.
I think we're gonna come up with a Leatherhead Nation shirt. And it's gonna have an old New Yorker on the shirt. Leatherhead Nation. If you want to see that, give us a thumbs up. Or you know what, Louis loves when you email him. So email him and tell him that we want the Leatherhead Nation shirt.
Oh boy!
Oh,
Wait a minute.
mamma mia.
Somebody go back. Somebody wrote Kev should have threw his helmet out on the show from Merrick. He should have threw his helmet out the window.
Kevin should have thrown his helmet out the window in the show from Merrick.
That's the best line of the night.
Of course, from Fat Daddy Ray. Thank
I
you,
was in
Fat
big
Daddy.
trouble there, Fat Daddy. I should have
Oh
thrown my
my
helmet.
God! I should have
You
threw
know
my
what?
helmet out for him. For
I
God's
probably
sake!
couldn't find my helmet at that time, bro. I was so in trouble.
Oh my God.
my God!
All right, so get over to the fire store. Christmas is coming. Get over to where else, Pete?
Well, I'm just putting the link in the chat right now for everybody.
Right.
But you guys, as always, you're also going to go head on over to, well, first and foremost, if you're listening to this fine audio podcast on Spotify or iTunes or wherever fine audio podcasts are found, you should also go on over to youtube.com/getting salty experience. Take your little digit out of your
Boop, boop, boop.
nose and give
Do it.
us the like, the subscribe, and the share. Guys, it helps us tremendously. We get to do fun things and go on the road and all this kind of stuff when you do the like, subscribe, and share. Also, head on over to Instagram at Salty Dog Inc., where Mr. Refrano is curating the finest of the saltiest fire photos every day at 5 in the morning while he's sipping on his espresso and, texting us at 6
My
in the morning.
cappuccino.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's the last link, which is, of course, to go on over to gettingsaltyapparel.com, guys, where you find cool guy firefighter apparel just like ours. Of course, look out for that Leatherhead Nation shirt. I have a feeling we're going to wind up doing that. Some masks, the first do at your you-know-what, T-shirts and slippers and blankets and all that good stuff. So if you want to support us, support the show,
The
head on.
slides are in. I just picked up the slides.
Huh?
Slides are in.
Getting
Nice.
first do slides, ladies and gentlemen, and guys, that's all I have
Get
for
over
you.
to the fire store. Show them the Leatherhead Nation.
So you don't have to be. Somebody had asked if you had to be if you could do it. If you're retired, you could do that. It also said there was somebody else asked a question there. Let me see what you said there.
Well, you already have 104 entries.
Look at that bingo.
How many?
Right?
Don't email.
104.
Somebody wrote email Lou. Don't email Lou.
Slide.
And don't if you email Lou your entry, we're gonna just laugh and laugh and laugh.
Don't do that.
Mike Kelly wants to know.
It's not
Look
for
at that
active.
beers on 'em.
It's not for only active firefighters, Kim.
Right. Sweet.
No, anybody
Anybody
can.
can. Right.
Sweet. Who do we got on Thursday night, brother?
Thursday night we got Ray Strong.
Woo! Big race.
So
man.
111 guy again. I mean, you keep saying
Rescue
the same companies
4.
come up. Rescue 4. After him, I have Chief Jerry Tracy. I have Bobby Pressler in the line.
He's every bit of the name Ray Strong. The man is huge. He's not.
Such a gentleman. Yeah.
Right.
It's,
Always those guys named Strong, right? Like
Yeah.
Armstrong or Strong, you know.
He's
yes,
huge.
Chris. International fans. Yes, Chris. It's open to anybody.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All
That's
right.
beautiful.
Amanda, thank you for coming out, girl.
Amanda, thank
Thanks
you
for
so
having
much.
me, guys.
And hang with us. We'll just touch up with you after we go
definitely.
All right, guys. All right, my Leatherhead Nation. Until we see you next time, stay low and go.
All right. We'll see you at the big one. See you
Cheers,
Thursday.
guys.
Bye, Felicia.